There was one more thing I wanted to bring up. The DC has been bringing in a lot of new information. James Gunn, the guy, the man,
who fired everybody?
Some bombs. Have you heard anything?
Not really, honestly. Just that Cavill might have like a different role instead of Superman. Definitely, like not Superman.
Man. I saw his little promo, the video that he released. I watched it. I saw it. I researched as much as I could on it, and I'm like, dude, I'm still confused. Like, he dropped a lot of bombs, but I'm still confused. Long story short, Flashpoint is still happening this year, this summer. It's happening, right? Flash. And if you're familiar with that story, Flash goes back in time. He tries to save his mom from dying, and that screws up with a timeline, and it just kind of changes everything. So when the Flash goes back to his regular time, the future is completely changed. It's completely different. So this movie, Flashpoint, is supposed to be based on that. And supposedly it's going to reset everything that was DC movie. So that way it's a clean slate. That way, they can start fresh. That was the whole reason and purpose as to why Henry Cavill got released as Superman, why they got rid of Black Adam, The Rock, why Jason Momoa got canned as Aquaman. No confirmation on Wonder Woman. From a cryptic tweet, it sounded like she was saying her goodbye. But yeah, dude, it was supposed to be the clean sweep, right? But now, as I understand it, certain names and actors are staying. Yeah, it's not a full reboot. It's not a full slate. It's like a half C. It's like a semi. It's not.
You can't do a half C, dude. He basically just got rid of like his heavy hitters.
Yeah. Yeah, he really did. But like the ones, but what? This is what I think it was kind of fucked up. He's keeping some of the property that he worked on. When he worked on DC stuff, he did a Suicide Squad. He did Peacemaker. And Peacemaker, he's staying on. Season 2's been confirmed. It's happening. They're going to continue Peacemaker's story. So therefore, some of the events have to stay in line of what happened in the Suicide Squad. And that's great. I like John Cena as Peacemaker. I thought the series was hilarious. I loved him in that role. I thought it was great. And James Gunn, he loves taking characters that are lesser known and just bring them to the big screen. He did that with Guardians of the Galaxy. Big hit. Before that, I didn't have a clue who the fuck Star-Lord was. I didn't know about Rocket Raccoon. I've seen them before, but I've never had a clue who they were. But he successfully brought them in and blew them up. He made them big names.
Personally, I did not like Suicide Squad, though. Off topic a little bit. No, I didn't. It wasn't for me. I didn't even want to watch part 2 either.
Fair enough.
So, but I give it to Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a good one. I like that one.
Oh, yeah. The Suicide Squad movies, for me, they were okay. When DC was putting out trash after trash, when Suicide Squad came out, it was like, oh, this is watchable. Compared to what they were giving us, it was decent. It was okay. It was watchable. For me, anyways. Some good stuff came out of it. Again, Peacemaker. Fucking love him. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She's fucking great. She plays the role great. But yeah, dude, they're just... I don't get it. I don't get it. No, yeah, you're not 100% right, but you're not 100% wrong. Did you watch that movie, The Joker? The one that was had nothing to do with Batman, the Joaquin Phoenix.
I hated it.
You hated it?
Instead of him actually being a crazy guy, he just has a mental disability or some shit.
Yeah.
I hated it. Hated it. It was in my eyes.
See, I thought that it was a very good movie about mental health and mental issues. I did not like it as a Joker movie. I didn't like it as, in the Batman universe. I didn't like that. But I thought it was a very good movie about like mental health. And it was like, oh, we should mention something about Batman in there. Oh, his part-time job, he'll be a clown. Oh, in the end, we'll make him go crazy and he'll do the smile thing. like it was an afterthought, Mm-hmm. That's how I took it. But that movie is going to get a sequel, and in that movie, there's going to be a Harley Quinn, which will be played by Lady Gaga.
That's what I heard,
Mm-hmm.
and that sounds like a horrible idea.
Oh, supposedly this one is going to be a musical. So, yep, I don't know, dude.
She must have had a great poker face, poker face.
No, yeah, that's what's happening there. That's getting a sequel. The Batman with Robert Pattinson, that's going to stay as its own thing, just like the Joker is going to stay as its own thing. And then there's going to be a third Batman that's going to be the main Batman, Ben Affleck. Uh-huh. They're going to recast that version to mingle with Superman and Wonder Woman and Justice League, and so we're going to have 3 different Batman universes.
I feel like it's going to get too confusing to some people because they're never going to know what's actually canon, what's not canon, what's a side story, what is it, what's the main. Oh, the Justice League. That's the only one you got to follow the movie universe or whatever.
Yeah. They are naming all the ones that are not main storyline, main canon. They're called, I think he named the Metaverse. So I think that's what it was. So there's going to be like the Batman, Robert Pattinson. That's going to be like Metaverse. Oh wait, Metaverse is the fucking Facebook thing, right?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
But I don't know. The Darkverse? What the shit was it?
Is Robert Pattinson getting a sequel, or is he just going to stay to the one Batman movie?
It's definitely getting a sequel.
Okay. I still got to watch it, but I heard it was a pretty good movie because it was like based on the past or whatever before he got all his high-tech shit.
Right. No, yeah, it's a long one, but I liked it.
That's what she said.
But yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I did like that version of him. It's even pink and everything. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be fucking wild. It's crazy. He did announce a new Superman movie coming out, so they are likely gonna recast, somebody new, somebody younger. The Batman that I mentioned earlier, that's gonna be main canon verse. He's finally gonna have a Robin, which I'm kind of cool. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
There's gonna be Robert Pattinson, which is the dark and gritty Batman, and then there's gonna be Batman. Bat Dad.
Justice.
Yeah. I think it'll be cool. Something different. They're going to bring in Damian Wayne, the son he has with Talia al Ghul, the little assassin. And, I think that'll be really cool. It'd be fun to watch that dynamic on TV. Or
Did you call her the little assassin?
Yeah, the little assassin. That's what he is. He's an assassin.
Oh no, I thought you meant Talia for a second.
Oh no.
Assassin.
Oh, the son.
I was like, dang. Okay, yeah, Damian Wayne's pretty cool though. I like him.
Yeah, man. And what's I think would be pretty cool is Nightwing should be around in that time, so maybe we'll see some Nightwing finally, interacting with Robin. That it could be fun. It could be cool. It could be something definitely worth watching. Like something to look forward to.
You think they'll do if they do bring in Nightwing where Damian accidentally kills him? Nightwing?
Ooh, that's a lot of spoiler right there. It's a lot of comics. Well, probably not in the movies. And if they did, it'd be years down the line. It could be something interesting. It could be cool. I hope not, because I really like Nightwing. I like Nightwing.
No, he was pretty dope.
Yeah, he's tight.
At least give him like 2 movies first, and then kill him off on the 3rd.
Ah, man. Yeah.
But bringing it back to the Flashpoint, are they still going to use the same actor, or he's out because of his crime or whatever?
They're very cryptic about that right now. They're like, yeah, Ezra Miller, we're cool. We forgave Ezra Miller, and Ezra Miller's is in rehab and working on things, and we'll see how things go. I think that they're not saying yes or no, so they can keep promoting the movie. That way, if they say, yeah, Ezra Miller's out, and then, hey, but still go watch the movie, he won't be back for the next movie, but you should still watch it, it'd be kind of like counterproductive.
Yeah. Well, because I'm not really big into DC like that either, but when I saw him as the Flash, I thought he was pretty good Flash. Like, he was pretty funny, like he is in the actual show, and I don't know, he did good for me, at least.
No, I agree. Before the whole kidnapping thing, and before the whole getting drunk and fighting people in bars thing, like that's a stupid thing that he was doing. Just I'm not gonna make excuses for him or anything like that, but I thought Ezra Miller did a really good job in the movies as well. I didn't care for him much in the Justice League movie because he had such a
small piece.
Minor role, kind of. But in the Snyder cut, he was way more likable. I liked Barry. I liked that Barry Allen. Like, I thought that they did a really great job with Flash. But after everything that's been happening, like real world with Ezra Miller, like it's kind of a liability. When's the next time that he's gonna mess up and like just making Warner Brothers look bad?
Yeah, but with that Flashpoint movie and everything changes, that's gonna be weird having like for me, like having somebody new playing as him before he changes the timeline.
Yeah, who knows, man? It's a comic book movie, so they could really do whatever they want. Maybe like whenever the Flash goes back in time, he went too fast and he changed his image or something, or they can come up with anything, whatever. Like, oh, I look different now. What the hell? Who knows what they're going to do, how they're going to handle it. All I know is that James Gunn has a big task ahead of him. He's trying to fix what DC laid out, and he's even called it out. Like he said, oh yeah, some of the stuff that DC released is trash. A lot of the people that greenlit those movies are still in power. Even though James Gunn is overseeing everything now, they're still kind of there, like his superiors, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's trash." They weren't too happy about that. But fucking James Gunn is a savage, though. He doesn't give a shit.
Well, yeah, it's true. That's why Marvel was beating him for so long.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I'm just still, I don't know, man. Like I talked about this with Cuckoo a couple weeks ago. And, I was kind of more like looking everything over now. Like, I kind of wish that he would just reset everything and just, if they got rid of Henry Cavill, they got rid of The Rock, they got rid of, Jason Momoa. Just start fresh, start clean, start completely over. Just clean slate, introduce your characters and build them up towards Justice League. Something similar that Marvel did years ago. They introduced Thor, they introduced Iron Man, they introduced Widow, most of them had their own single movie, and then the Avengers happened, and they came together and fought Loki.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was great. But, like, DC, though, they were like, here's Superman. Here's Batman versus Superman. But it was like, whoa, when did they bring in Batman? What? And then it was Justice League, and then it was the Wonder Woman movie, and then it was Aquaman. Completely ass backwards, dude. It's just nah, man. They fucked up. They fucked up nasty.
Yeah, they did. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why, like, I never kept up with them because it was just everywhere,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm glad that they have someone in charge now to oversee everything. But fuck, dude, what the fuck are you doing, James Gunn? he just, like I said earlier, he just semi'd it. He's got half the crew out and then half the crew in.
That was his creations, you said?
Well, at least Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. And
yeah, no, he should have just got rid of those two, honestly.
I'm conflicted, dude, because like I said, I love Cena in that role. But I'm happy that they're continuing, but still, clean slate's a clean slate, like... It's just a shame. Holy crap! Look who decided to crash the party.
Right
up,
when we're about to
guys?
sign out.
You know what they say. Better late than
Better
never.
late than
right?
never.
Welcome, Cuckoo. You slept in. You're a little late.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Good old Dante. What's the subject, guys? What are we talking about today?
Did you hear about the DC half slate?
Huh? No.
A few moments later.
Apparently, Shazam is staying on board,
Good.
which I'm very happy about because I really liked that Shazam. The first movie that came out, it was simple story, but I really liked it, and I'm really glad that he's going to continue. But I don't know why. I don't know why they're going to keep him. He's kind of part of that whole, Henry Cavill and Wonder Woman and Flash. Like, he's in that same era, so I don't know why he gets to stay, but Cavill got the boot.
Because they didn't show Cavill's face.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
I was going to say the same thing.
That's what's going on with DC. I don't know, man. I'm gonna wait. We'll follow up on this. We'll keep covering it. So many things are changing and being unveiled, and I want to get the full story because, like I said earlier, I'm still confused. And
Sexually.
I am interested. I do want DC to succeed. It's early stages. We'll just have to wait and see how things turn out.
Yeah.